This is fine. We get so caught up in what we think our videos should look like, in what needs to be shared, in what other people are doing that we're not doing, in I don't know where to start, so I don't start. And I've been there. Actually, I mean, I was there before I started my YouTube channel, and I have definitely been there when I take a longer break or just life happens and I don't feel called to really share certain things, or let's say like my energy is being channeled into other aspects of my life. But the truth is that I know deep down inside, at least for this season of my life, I know that I want to share more on here. Not because it's about me, not because Steph is gonna, be this, have this growth or become an influencer. Like, that's really not the goal. And it's funny because as I say that, I could see like how parts of the mind are like, well, I mean, I guess that would be nice. But it's not really about that. It's not about becoming an influencer. Honestly, that hasn't even been a word in my vocabulary. It is about showing up authentically. It is about me releasing the thoughts that are on my mind. It is about me resonating with whoever is on the other side of the screen and, speaking what's on my heart, sharing my journey, being true to what's showing up and allowing that to, reach whoever it's supposed to reach, whoever it's supposed to like touch. And that is what it's about. And so, as we walk this journey together of awakening, of healing, of opening ourselves up to the heart of God, to the love that is unconditional, ever eternal, and available for us because it is who we are. And we've just kind of like forgotten, and we make stories about everything, and we've limited things in ourselves into certain identities, but there truly is, no identity but the truth of who we are. That's it. So, okay, I ramble on, but this is like all to say, you know, we get in this moment where we get kind of like stuck, where we feel like we're stuck. We might not even be stuck. We're just like judging it. And the truth is that what we want is more connection. What we want is more belonging. What we want is more expression, more creation. And in my opinion, social media is here to give us the vehicle, the channel to do that, to watch our mind, to become vocal about what we haven't been vocal about, right? To use it as a platform to extend our ideas, to connect with people who are on the same path, and to join in ways and allow opportunities to come that we didn't even know were possible because we're exposing what's coming up for us, because we're exposing this journey, because we're sharing and, yeah, like extending the love in whatever format that looks like for each one of us, because each one of us has a different story, has a different past, has a different calling, has a different way of serving. And yet we can all use these platforms as a way of really showing up for ourselves, showing up in the middle of our lives, sharing what's going on, and see, allowing it to touch whoever it's supposed to. So I feel, I don't know, I felt to come on, and if that resonates with anybody, because I've definitely felt like the call to start posting more. I've been posting. It's something I do regularly, but definitely on YouTube, I had not a schedule because it's not about planning, but I just had a commitment. It was just an internal commitment to showing up and speaking up. And it doesn't mean that that's, we go through seasons. So I did that for like 2-3 months. And then the season came where I started doing worship yoga more, which is this practice that, by the way, if you're interested in worship yoga, if that even sounds interesting to you, send me a message, leave a comment below, and I can send you more information. The link will be below as well, of like doing a practice where we can break these concepts and identities about like who Jesus is for everybody, and what worship is, right? And like bring into one space these two beautiful practices of devotion and reverence to the divine that is within and forever who we are, and just we're just disconnected from it, right? We've forgotten. And so this practice is something that like takes us through the body, uses it to then go beyond it into the spirit that we are, into that void, that truth, that light that we are, one in that oneness with God, where all things are free, all chains are broken, and all love is purely real, and it becomes an experience, right? So it lights us up and it sets up our day for miracles. So yeah, if that's something you would like to do, that is something I would love to have you join me do. And yeah, just showing up for ourselves, right? Showing up for ourselves in this way. And when I had that surge and I started to invest my time and channel my energy into worship yoga and doing that because it was something so new, I shifted gears, and YouTube wasn't where I spent most of my energy like the months before. But the truth is that I feel, literally, I feel it every time I make a video and I share what's on my heart. I feel the spark, I feel the fire come alive in me, because I want you to feel the fire come alive in you. I want you to communicate what's true to you. I want you to stop people pleasing. I want you to free yourself of the constraints of the mind. I am doing that now. And after really moving through this awakening and, you know, going deeper into the principles of A Course in Miracles, if you've been with me here, you know that that is my text. That is the sort of blueprint really for life. Um, and it is something that I mean, I also have a group meeting for it. So if you were ever interested in doing that, okay, it sounds like another plug, but this is what I'm just going to be real. I'd love to share. It's called the Miracle Mind Meetup. We meet every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. I'll put the information below if you're interested in it. But yeah, like showing up as ourselves, showing up with what's happening right now. This is such a big part of the journey of healing, of awakening, is coming forward, right? Leaning into what's here now. And for me, that is moving into a completely new space. For me, that is, you know, being realistic about what does even realistic mean, right? Hold on. Looking at the things that are truly fulfilling me, where I am extending and truly listening to the call of the spirit, to the call of my heart, and where I'm not doing that, or where I'm playing it safe, or where I feel comfortable, and starting to take steps towards the things that do fill my heart, right? That light up my spirit. Like this. This is a small step. This is just recording a video. This is not me applying for a job. This is not me going on the road with an RV, which is hint to something that I really would love to do. And I'm just letting it, I'm allowing spirit to lead that. And so, because I have my kid and all these other thoughts come up of like what would make it difficult and complicated. And, but I know in the depths of my soul that I have a call to nature, that I have a call to serve, and that I don't know what that looks like on the level of form as far as how I would quote unquote, make money every day and how I would feed myself and my child. And yet I know something deep within me would say, God has you. Literally, let God take care of you. So it's like just going back to those, that formula that Bashar is always talking about. I don't know if you guys know Bashar. He is a medium. So it's an entity that gets channeled and is Bashar's always saying, follow your passion, follow your highest excitement. And that will always unravel more opportunities because the universe you're listening to the call of the heart. And as you do that, it doesn't even matter if they're small things like this, making a video, right? Like getting yourself some flowers because it feels fun and yummy and exciting, or whatever it is, right? Going for a walk in nature. From those small things to like the bigger things, renting an RV and going for a trip on a weekend, or taking that trip to a retreat, or, moving to that city, or fill in the blank, right? Like all the possibilities, the highest excitement that really, really resonate, not because other people are doing it, not because something is selling to you via Instagram ads and it just looks pretty, right? Like really discerning, like, do I feel this internal pull, you know? And if so, go do it, listen, follow, and trust, you know? And that's been like the message, just really listening and following, even within the daily things as well. And trusting that things are unfolding as well, So that is my catch up for today, right? Let's remember. I literally, oh my God, I don't even remember how I started this video. But that doesn't matter. You see, that doesn't matter. Ah. These are like vlogs. This is like what's coming out. And I am just thankful. I'm thankful that I can come on here and connect with you. I'm thankful that we have ways to serve each other. I'm thankful and grateful that we are all awakening to the heart of God, to the love of who we are, to that truth. And that we have these platforms to check our own mind, to use as a form of healing, as a way of connecting, of uniting, of also observing how we get caught up in wanting to be perfect and wanting it to look a certain way and wanting to fix ourselves up so that it does look a certain way, and really allow ourselves to be more and more free. Allow this platform or this medium, this way of communicating, to liberate our mind and our heart, and not to constrict us and limit us, right? And fix us into a specific identity or anything like that. So that's all I have. Love you. See you next time.